What can we say about Roman culture based on the portrait busts that survive? Examine the changes of portrait busts in Roman society as evidence of the changes in each period. One of the most striking of the Republic time so-called veristic, super-realistic portraits is the head of an unidentified patrician from Osimo. The sculptor recorded each rise and fall, each bulge and fold, of the facial surface, like a map maker who did not want to miss the slightest detail of surface change. Scholars debate whether such portraits were truly blunt records of actual features or exaggerated types designed to make a statement about personality. Serious, experienced, determined, loyal to family and state, virtues that were much admired during the Republic. Portrait bust of Livia displays signs of eternal youthfulness from her blemish-free skin to her never-aging face. Livia's marble portrait depicts exquisitely defined features, much like those of Greek goddesses, saying that Roman culture wanted to preserve their youthfulness for eternity and look forever young, especially with Augustus as ruler who commissioned Roman portraitists to show him and his wife, Livia, as youthful rulers of Rome. Augustus only wanted to be remembered as a god, much like Julius Caesar, who was made a god after death, by displaying himself as a godlike leader who never aged. After the Julio-Claudian dynasty ended and the civil wars that followed Nero's death, the successful general Vespasian came to rule what marked the beginning of the Flavian dynasty. Vespasian was a humble officer unlike the previous self-indulgent Nero, and his portraits showed that simplicity he exuded. There were no embellishments or any true indications that he was even a ruler in comparison to the previous ones. Continuing the Republican tradition of naturalistic sculpture, Vespasian is shown in his older age with a receding hairline and wrinkles. This was also a great political statement in comparison to Augustus's foundation of showing emperors as eternally youthful. Portrait of Constantine, 777. This sculpture is of the famous ruler once known as Constantine. This sculpture comes from Basilica, Rome, and was sculpted from marble. The statue is extremely large and consists of lots of details mainly surrounding the face. The parts of the sculpture that survived that showed us some of the Roman influence are mainly focused on the eyes, chin and the head. The portrait as a whole represents the Augustan image, which was known of a very youthful ruler. The rest of the statue is in many different pieces, but the statue as a whole is of some sort of Jupiter-like statue of a Roman man who is holding the orb of the world. This statue is known as one of the most impressive of Constantine's known preserved statues. All of the features of the face, mainly including the eyes, show us a very large sense of power, which many of Constantine's art pieces were meant to do.